Ever wondered what truly matters in life's later years? When I moved into a nursing home at 81, I thought I had it figured out. But after a year, I discovered aging is a journey full of surprises. Some uplifting, some tough, and some that completely reshaped how I view life. In this video, I'm sharing 8 profound lessons from my time here, wisdom that can guide you or a loved one to age with grace and insight. Some insights might affirm your thoughts, others could challenge how you see growing older. Either way, you'll walk away with a richer understanding of what it means to age well, maybe even seeing your future in a fresh light. Stick with me to the end. The final lesson hit me hard and could transform how you embrace your aging journey. Haven't subscribed? Do it now and ring the bell to catch every upcoming video on aging wisely and living fully. Let's dive in. As you ease into your 70s and beyond, life might feel like it's slowing down, your world growing quieter, smaller. But in that stillness, the tiniest moments, a steaming mug of coffee, a favorite song on the radio, or sunlight spilling through your window, take on a deep, almost magical glow. These aren't just fleeting pleasures. They're the threads that weave contentment to your days. For seniors, the happiest ones know that cherishing these small joys can light up their lives, while dwelling on what's lost only dims the spirit. These moments matter because they're yours to savor, no matter how simple they seem. A warm cookie, the chirp of a bird outside, or a cozy blanket can spark a quiet happiness that carries you through. It's not about chasing big thrills. It's about noticing the little gifts life scatters in your path. Those who lean into this habit find a steady stream of joy, keeping bitterness at bay, and filling their days with warmth and meaning. Like Walter, an 82-year-old from Savannah, who radiates delight when he offers his peppermint candies to anyone who stops by his porch. It's a tiny gesture, just a sweet from a tin, but for him it's a ritual that sparks connection and comfort. He says it's not the candy itself, it's the smiles and chats it brings. For me, it's my morning ritual of sipping chamomile tea while listening to the soft. Those quiet minutes set my day aglow, no matter what's ahead. You don't need to search far for these joys. They're already around you. Pause to notice the crunch of autumn leaves, the laugh of a grandchild, or the familiar comfort of your favorite chair. Try keeping a mental note of one small joy each day, or share it with a friend to double the warmth. The more you embrace these moments, the more you'll find your heart stays light, and your days feel full. Walter's candy showing might strike a chord, or maybe you've got your own small joy that brightens your world. These simple pleasures are the heartbeat of a happy life. If they resonate with you, drop a 1 in the comments to share your story. Subscribe and hit the bell for more ideas to keep your golden years glowing. As you settle into your 80s, memories have a way of coming alive. Childhood smells like fresh-baked bread, old tunes that carried your youth, moments so vivid they outshine what you ate for lunch yesterday. Nostalgia wraps you in warmth, but lingering too long in the past can dim the beauty of today. For seniors, the happiest ones know how to cherish those memories, while still reaching for the joys of the present. It's about living fully in the now, not letting yesterday's glow steal today's light. The past is a treasure chest, full of stories that shape you, but the present holds its own gifts, connection, laughter, and chances to grow. Dwelling only on what was can make today feel like a shadow, but weaving the two together creates a life that's rich and full. A memory might spark a smile, but a new hobby, a kind word, or a moment with a friend can spark joy right here, right now. Balancing both keeps your heart open and your days vibrant. Take Evelyn, an 84-year-old from Savannah, who adores her memories of dancing to swing music in her 20s. She could spend hours lost in those stories, but she refuses to let them define her. Instead, she's taken up pottery at the community center, shaping clay with shaky but eager hands, and says, "Today's just as real as back then." Her friend Walter, 87, used to live in his tales of fishing trips from decades ago, brushing off new activity. But when Evelyn invited him to a craft class, he found a spark in creating something new, blending his love for the past with the thrill of today. You don't have to choose between yesterday and now. Let them dance together. Share a memory over coffee with a friend. Then try a new recipe or join a book club to make fresh ones. Notice the world around you, the taste of your morning tea, a neighbor's wave, a bird's song. These are today's moments, and they're yours to savor. By living in the present while honoring your past as you settle into your 80s, memories have a way of coming alive. Childhood smells like fresh-baked bread, Old tunes that carried your youth. Moments so vividly outshine what you ate for lunch yesterday. Nostalgia wraps you in warmth, but lingering too long in the past can dim the beauty of today. For seniors, the happiest ones know how to cherish those memories while still reaching for the joys of the present. It's about living fully in the now, not letting yesterday's glow steal today's light. The past is a treasure chest full of stories that shaped you, but the present holds its own gifts, connection, laughter, and chances to grow. Dwelling only on what was can make today feel like a shadow, but weaving the two together creates a life that's rich and full. A memory might spark a smile, but a new hobby, a kind word, or a moment with a friend can spark joy right here, right now. Balancing both keeps your heart open and your days vibrant. Take Evelyn, an 84-year-old from Savannah, who adores her memories of dancing to swing music in her 20th. She could spend hours lost in those stories, but she refuses to let them define her. Instead, she's taken up pottery at the community center, shaping clay with shaky but eager hands, and says, "Today's just as real as back then." Her friend Walter, 87, used to live in his tales of fishing trips from decades ago, brushing off new activity. But when Evelyn invited him to a craft class, he found a spark in creating something new, blending his love for the past with the thrill of today. You don't have to choose between yesterday and now. Let them dance together. Share a memory over coffee with a friend, then try a new recipe or join a book club to make fresh ones. Notice the world around you, the taste of your morning tea, a neighbor's wave, a bird's song. These are today's moments. Evelyn's story might resonate. Or maybe you're finding your own balance between nostalgia and the present. Embracing both can make your golden years shine. If this idea clicks with you, drop a 2 in the comments to let me know you're here. Subscribe and hit the bell for more wisdom to keep your days bright and meaningful. When you're 80, as you might dream of family visits to brighten your days, but when their busy lives keep those moments scarce, the waiting can ache like a bruise. I used to feel that sting, hoping for the doorbell to ring, until I noticed folks like Walter, an 81-year-old from Savannah, who found his spark in everyday friendships. His morning coffee chats, lively card games, and shared laughs with neighbors filled his heart more than the occasional drop-in from his daughter. Started joining group lunches, swapping stories over pie, and felt loneliness slip away. Family's love is a treasure, but friends are the steady anchors who lift you daily. These connections don't need to be grand, just a shared moment over tea, a joke during a puzzle session, or a nod at a community event can weave a web of belonging. For seniors, these bonds are lifelines, pushing back the quiet and filling your days with warmth. You don't have to wait for family to feel connected. The people around you, fellow hobbyists or dining hall pals, can become your daily joy. Building these ties takes a small step, but the reward is a life that feels full and vibrant. Walter's secret wasn't chasing big gatherings. It was showing up for the little moments. He'd linger after bingo to chat, join a weekly book group, or just listen to a friend's story. I followed his lead, striking up talks at the community garden and hosting a card night. Those simple acts turned strangers into companions, making my days feel lighter, richer. Family holds a special place, but friendships are the heartbeat of the everyday, grounding you where you are. You can start smile. Smile at someone new, join a local class, or call a neighbor for a quick catch-up. Each connection, no matter how small, builds a network that keeps loneliness at bay. Walter's story showed me that joy doesn't wait for a visit. It's in the bonds you nurture now. If his journey or the idea of daily friendships sparks something in you, drop a 3 in the comments to share your thoughts. Subscribe and hit the bell for more ways to keep your golden years glowing with connection. When I first settled into my 80s, I figured good health was the key to a happy life. But I got it wrong. I saw some folks, fit as fiddles, grumbling through their days, while others, like Evelyn, an 85-year-old from Savannah with creaky arthritis, seemed to glow with joy. Despite her aches, Evelyn greeted everyone with a warm smile, shared kind words, and focused on what lifted her spirit, not what weighed her down. Happiness comes from how you look at life, she told me. For seniors, it's not your ailments that shape your days, it's your attitude. Dwelling on losses breeds bitterness, but choosing gratitude uncovers the good still around you. Evelyn's secret wasn't ignoring her pain. It was refusing to let it define her. She'd start her mornings thanking the sun for rising, savor a cup of tea, and chat with neighbors about their lives. not her struggles. That shift in perspective turned ordinary moments into treasures, keeping her heart light. I started noticing the same in myself. When I focused on small joys, like a friend's laugh or a blooming flower, my days felt brighter, no matter how my knees were acting up. Bitterness can take root if you let it, feeding on what's gone. Youth, energy, old routines. But gratitude grabs the script, helping you see what's still here, a kind gesture, a favorite song, a quiet moment of peace. It's not about pretending everything's perfect. It's about choosing to notice the good and letting it shape your outlook. That choice crafts days filled with warmth and purpose. Even when life throws curveballs, you don't need to overhaul your thinking overnight. Try Evelyn's trick. Name one thing each day that sparks a bit of joy. A call from a grandkid, the taste of fresh fruit, a cozy chair. Share it with someone or just hold it close. Over time, that habit builds a lens of gratitude that makes every day richer. Obelin's radiant smile showed me happiness is a choice, one we can all make. If her story or the idea of shaping your days with a positive attitude resonate, drop a 4 in the comments to let me know you're here. Subscribe and hit the bell for more wisdom to keep your golden years glowing. In your 80s, you notice some folks stay razor sharp, with a joke, engaged in every chat, while others seem to fade, their spark dimming. The secret? A steady daily structure can be the difference between thriving and drifting for seniors. Those who keep a rhythm, even a simple one, hold on to their alertness and zest, while those without it often skip meals, sit idle, and slowly lose their edge. A routine isn't about filling every minute. It's about staying connected to life, body, and mind. A good routine is like a sturdy frame for your day, giving you purpose and keeping you grounded. It doesn't need to be fancy, just a few anchors to keep you moving, thinking, and engaging with the world. Morning stretches, a good book, a chat with a friend. These small acts build a scaffolding that supports your health, sharpens your mind, and lifts your spirit. Without some structure, it's easy to let days blur, and that's when both body and mind start to unravel. Take Walter, an 89-year-old from Savannah, who's as lively as they come. His secret is a rock school daily plan, a 15-minute walk at sunrise, coffee with the morning paper, an hour of reading history books, and lunch with neighbors. He dresses neatly, keeps his home tidy, and never misses a chance to swap stories. That rhythm keeps him alert, his memory crisp, and his days full. I saw others without a plan, skip breakfast, lounge in pajamas, and grow quieter. Their energy fading. Inspired, I set my own routine. Shower, dress, take a short walk, and call a friend. It's not about being busy. It's about staying alive to the day. You can start small to build your spark. Pick a morning ritual, like making tea or stretching for 10 minutes. Add one thing to look forward to, reading, a puzzle, or a quick chat. Eat meals at regular times, move a little, and connect with someone, even if it's just a wave to a neighbor. These habits aren't chores but the pulse of a vibrant life. Walter's clarity showed me that a simple routine can keep you shining, no matter your age. If his story or the idea of a daily rhythm resonates, drop a 5 in the comments to share your story. Subscribe and hit the bell for more wisdom to keep your golden years bright and engaged. In your 80s, you see some folks let go of small tasks. Biden way of looking at a shirt, climbing a few steps, and slowly their strength fades, leaving them leaning on others. It's a quiet slide, but a real one. I watched Walter, an 80-year-old from Savannah, stop trying little chores, and bit by bit he grew frail, dependent on help for things he once did with ease. The truth hits hard. Use it or lose it for seniors. Every choice to stay active, to keep moving, is a vote for independence. It's not about pushing past pain. It's about holding on to your strength and sense of self. I made a promise to myself. If I can do it, I will. I take the stairs when my knees allow, dress myself even if it takes a minute longer, and walk through the discomfort of stiff joints. Each small act is like a deposit in the bank of my strength. Giving into convenience, letting someone else carry the groceries, or skipping that short stroll, can chip away at what you've worked so hard to keep. The fight for independence isn't always easy, but it's worth every step. Walter's decline was a wake-up call, but I've seen others thrive by refusing to let go. I started small, carrying my own laundry basket, gardening for 10 minutes, or lifting a light bag of flour while cooking. These aren't grand gestures. They're quiet victories that keep my muscles awake and my spirit strong. I'm not aiming to be a bodybuilder. I just want to open my own jars, walk to the mailbox, and feel like me for as long as I can. You don't need a gym or a big plan to stay independent. Start where you are, reach for a high shelf. Walk around your yard or practice standing from a chair without using your hands. If it's tough, ask your doctor or a physical therapist for safe ways to move. Every task you tackle, no matter how small, builds the strength to keep reliance at bay. Keep lifting, moving, living your life. Walter's story might hit close to home. Or maybe you're fierce about holding on to your own independence. Choosing to stay active can make your golden years glow with freedom. If this drives you, drop a 6 in the comments to let me know you're here. Subscribe and hit the bell for more tips to keep your life vibrant and strong. When I became a widow in my 80s, with kids caught up in their own lives and friends scattered far away, I steeled myself for loneliness, thinking it was just part of growing older. The quiet house felt like aging's heavy price. But then I learned a powerful truth. Loneliness isn't a sentence handed down by time. It's a choice we can refuse. I saw some folks here retreat, waiting for rare family visits that left them emptier, while others, like Evelyn, an 80-year-old from Savannah, lit up their days by reaching out. She dove into card games, swapped stories in the dining hall, and built a circle of friends despite having no family nearby. I go after my own happiness, she told me, and it changed everything. Evelyn's spark showed me that connection is always within reach, no matter how alone you feel. She didn't wait for someone to knock on her door. She said hello first, joined a knitting group, and laughed with neighbors over coffee. Inspired, I took a chance, greeting folks in the hallway, sitting with new faces at lunch, and signing up for a book club. My world, once so small, started to bloom with voices, smiles, and shared moments. Loneliness didn't stand a chance when I chose to step toward others. The beauty is, you don't need a big plan to beat loneliness, just a small step. Say good morning to a neighbor, join a community game night, or call an old friend to catch up. Even a quick chat at the mailbox or a wave across the street can plant the seed of a bond. For seniors, these connections are lifelines, weaving a net of belonging that holds you up when life. Evelyn proved that happiness isn't something you wait for, it's something you chase. One smile at a time. You can start today. Try one small act to connect, like asking someone about their day or showing up to a local event. Each moment you share builds a bridge to a fuller life. Evelyn's story pulled me out of my own quiet rut, and it might resonate with you too. If beating loneliness with connection excites you, drop a 7 in the comments to share your thoughts. Subscribe and hit the bell for more ideas to keep your golden years warm and vibrant. In a nursing home, where days can blur into routine, small acts of kindness are like pebbles tossed into a pond, sending ripples of warmth and connection through everyone they touch. A genuine smile, a thoughtful compliment, or simply listening with care can light up someone's world, forging bonds that make life richer. For folks in their 80s, these moments aren't just nice. They're lifelines, weaving a sense of community and purpose that lifts spirits and softens the edges of loneliness. Kindness doesn't need to be grand to matter. It's the steady, quiet care you offer. A helping hand, a shared laugh, a moment of attention that builds something lasting. These acts don't just brighten someone else's day. They spark joy in you too, reminding you that you're part of something bigger. In a place where connection is everything, kindness is the glue that holds harder together, keeping you engaged and alive with meaning. Take Mabel, an 86-year-old from Charleston, who had a knack for making everyone feel at home. She'd share her crochet patterns with anyone new, patiently teaching them a stitch or two with a warm smile. That small gesture made newcomers feel seen and valued. And soon, her corner of the lounge was a hub of chatter and creativity. Inspired, I started pitching in, helping a neighbor with a tricky crossword, or offering a kind word to someone looking down. Those moments lit up their faces and filled my own heart with a quiet glow, tying us closer in ways I hadn't expected. You don't need to do much to spread kindness. Just show up with care. Hold a door, ask about someone's day, or share a story that brings a smile. In a nursing home, these acts are threads in a tapestry of connection, making every day a little brighter. Mabel's warmth showed me that kindness is a gift you give and receive, keeping you rooted and purposeful. If her story or the power of small acts inspires you, drop an 8 in the comments to share your thoughts. Subscribe and hit the bell for more ways to keep your golden years full of heart. After a year in a nursing home, I've learned aging isn't just growing older, It's how we choose to live our remaining years. In short, stay active to preserve independence, reach out to conquer loneliness, build routines for strength, focus on what you have to shape a joyful attitude, lean on friendships when family visits wane, cherish the present over the past, savor small pleasures, and spread kindness for lasting impact. Life doesn't end when circumstances change. There's still room for connection, growth, and joy if we embrace it. Which lesson hit home for you? How will you apply it to your life? Share your story in the comments below. Your insights could inspire others. Your voice matters, so don't hold back. If this video moved you, give it a like, hit subscribe, and ring the bell for more wisdom on thriving in your later years. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one.